Hey y'all, we are the Rosharon Frenchie breeders, home of the 3K pop baby, and today I'm super excited because I got my big boy in the studio. Say hey y'all. Say hey. But we have an exciting video for you guys today because something happened. I would say we don't want to do this in a shady way because I'm actually happy the young man called us, but we received a very strange call today and I was kind of taken aback at first, but then I was like, no, I need to do a video on this because nobody is talking about this in the Frenchie world. All of the links and timestamps are listed down below. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Hold on to your astronaut. Okay. Sorry. But with trust help today, I will tell y'all exactly what happened. Okay. So y'all, long story short, it's no secret. Our phone number is plastered all over social media. It's our business line. Okay. Long story short, a young man contacted us today and he was very pleasant, by the way. He did not have an attitude. I don't want y'all to get the wrong idea of the young man. But one of the first things he said was, hey, I have a male Merle. Do y'all have any females? And this is not the first time that we have received a phone call like this. So I thought it would be important for me to make a video on business etiquette, right? And how to sell yourself, how to sell your product or your service. So at first, I did not know what he was trying to say. And me and my husband had just wrapped up lunch. So, you know, we feeling all the vibes, baby. We making plans. We're talking about goals and, you know, our business dreams and everything like that. And then when we got the call, we was kind of like, he looked at me, I looked at him. I'm like, what is he trying to say? So learning from my husband's mom, okay, they're Caribbean, they're very blunt, straight to the point. I had an incident happen with another gentleman and he kind of said something that hurt my feelings and I just like held it in and I retreated and I never asked this gentleman what he meant by what he said. And so my mother-in-law was like, why didn't you just ask him what did he mean? Like I'm making up all of these ideas in my head on what I thought he meant or how he looks at me or like, you know, just like internalizing what he said when she was like, you could have just asked him what he meant. And I was like, yeah, that's true. But I'm a Louisiana girl. You know, we were brought up to be very pleasant and soft and meek and mild. So, you know, I was brought up to not be offensive or not to be confrontational, right? But it's not confrontational if you have a misunderstanding with someone and you just simply ask them, what do they mean? So going back to the story. So I remember what my mother-in-law told me. And I said, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. Like, what do you mean? Do we have females? So he repeated himself again. So he said, oh, shh. Okay. So he repeated himself again. And he said, do y'all have females? I have a male Frenchie. So in my head, I'm like, okay, we've gone through this before. He's trying to ask us if we need his service to breed with our female dogs. Y'all, we were so polite, right? We could have, well, my husband took the phone from me and he, you know, addressed the conversation, but the conversation could have went a whole different way if we had bad intentions for this young man or if we didn't care about the next, trust, or if we didn't care about the next generation of breeders. So hear me out. If you're watching this video and you aspire to become a Frenchie breeder, do not call businesses, okay? Register businesses. Like you've seen their social media pages. You see they got their I's dotted, they T's crossed, you know, like they're a legit business. Don't call legit businesses not knowing nothing about breeding, not understanding how the market works, not even understanding the lingo, because it's very offensive and it's a waste of people's time. But we did not turn away from trying to guide this young man down the right path, right? So what I said was, please do not take offense to what I'm about to say. Hear my heart and not just the words, right? So I immediately went into mentorship. I used to be a licensed clinician or a therapist, however you want to refer to it. But I immediately went into like mama mode, like mentorship mode. And I said, hey, basically, like, that's not the way to do it. You know, before you reach out to a breeder, you definitely want to make sure that you understand what you're asking, right? So I said, what you're saying is, okay, trust is over it. But what I said was, what you're saying is you have a stud and you want to know if we are interested in your stud services. That's what you're saying. So he apologized and he agreed that that is what he was saying, right? So we continue the conversation by just informing him that the dog game can be very ruthless. And had he called the wrong person, the conversation could have steered in a very harsh, rude, and aggressive way because, you know, like what? Because of how you're coming at a breeder. And so he was like, you know, I understand. He was very apologetic. He said that he had found us on YouTube and he congratulated us on the baby. So thank you so much for being so nice and thoughtful. But after the phone call, I got off of the phone and I immediately felt grieved because I'm like, man, it is so much that people don't know. It is so much that, you know, you kind of learn along the way, that you pick up along the way. And not many people are talking about mentoring the next generation of breeders. You can't get everything online. You can't get everything by watching a YouTube video. You can't get everything by Googling, right? So what we told the young man is, do your research before you call anybody trying to promote your products and services. Make sure that you know what your brand is, what you stand for. Make sure you have social media accounts. Make sure you have quality photos of your dog. Make sure that you're actually operating a business, right? So he understood clearly what we were saying. I could hear in his voice that he's young. I could hear in his voice that he wants to change his life. I can hear in his voice that he actually wants to become a breeder, but he was just going about it in the wrong way, right? So my prayer for anybody watching our content or watching us on social media, or, you know, anybody who just comes across anything that we're doing, that you will understand it's not easy. It's not easy having 2 kids under 2. It's not easy being married. It's definitely not easy raising 8 French Bulldogs. One might be pregnant, and now we're going to be whelping puppies. We might actually be whelping 2 litters at the same time. It's not easy, you guys. So this is not like a get rich quick scheme. Breeding is not easy. It actually requires a lot of time, money, and effort on your part. It's a lot of money that you will put into breeding at first that you probably won't get back until later. If you have what people want, people will reach out to you. You won't even have to reach out to other people. Meaning, if you're not on social media, you should be. If you are not marketing your product or your service, you should be. Those are all the reasons why people will want to spend thousands of dollars with you, because you run a clean and clear business. But come correct when you come to people, because everybody won't be as nice as us. Okay. And so that's exactly what we told the young man. We told him that, you know, the conversation could have went very differently had he called somebody else, because this is a ruthless game. And we don't want him to get off the phone with us and then call somebody else. And then based on that experience with that person, he's discouraged and he never becomes a breeder. Don't get it twisted, y'all. This game, this dog game, the stuff people do for dogs is crazy to me. But if you have any ideas on how we can help the next generation of breeders, on ways to get the message out about having the proper business etiquette, right? Knowing that people need to trust you before they spend money with you. Also knowing that people will buy you first. Okay, you have to sell yourself first before you sell your product or your service. Definitely comment down below and let us know. Okay. So definitely subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends.